You know, you've got really beautiful eyes.
Thank you.
And I don't care that the left one's lazy and sometimes it doesn't.
Oh my
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
When is it the right time to introduce a man to your kid?
Hell, girl, I tell him up front, see if he gonna stay.
I'm gonna pick up you and the kids later.
Boy, please. Oh. That's my secret weapon.
Congratulations on another project, man. Every year you're bringing us new flavors of Tyler Perry. It seems like you've really started diversifying your casting a little bit, and it brings me to my first question. You always say that you have an insight into what, you know, to black women, so to speak. Do you think that the same insight applies to what most white women like also?
Well, you know what what it's always been for me is that my audience has always been women, largely African American women. So my insight was never specific to one race of women. I know that I was raised by my mother and my aunt, and even though my father was in the house, you know, my sisters, and watching all that they went through, I develop a level of sensitivity to them, which helps me to tell these stories. Yeah. And what I found is not just from what I've done, but just from Twitter and Facebook and everything else, that my audience is much bigger than I thought it was. Yeah.
And do you think that same thing applies to, or have you had the same insight in any of your projects towards for men?
For me right now and where I am, I look at the gift that I've been given, and I think what I thought was a horrible thing growing up, you know, sitting at the feet of these women, you know, spending time with them all day long and laying Brian in at the hairdresser. You know, I'm thinking there's got to be something better I could be doing, but that is what has allowed me to be able to tell these kinds of stories. And when it comes to telling stories of men and my own experience, I don't find it as interesting as these kinds of stories.
We're a lot more complicated.
Yeah.
I would agree.
And emotional and creatures that are delicate, and you can paint so many layers on them. You know, with men, you got this, but with women, you can take them anywhere.
Oh,
Hi.
my purse.
Your purse.
Oh my gosh, where did you find this?
You left it on top of the car when you drove off, really rude, didn't say goodbye or thank you.
I'm so sorry. You know, I've been having the worst day ever. Thank you so much for this.
I had to go through it to find out where you live. I hope you don't mind.
No, I don't.
I hope you don't mind. I read a little bit of your story, too. It's actually pretty good.
Oh, well, okay, thank you. That's a little bit weird, but thank you.
I think one good deed deserves another. You should take me to dinner.
I'm sorry, it doesn't really work that way in my life.
I'll take you to dinner.
Thank you, but bye.
And for you, your character was kind of like the central figure among the single moms in the Single Moms Club. What's one thing that you think that all moms, no matter race, creed, or where they've been brought up at, could identify with? Like, what's one single mom?
Needing a little extra help. And that goes for the mom, regardless if you're married, single, whatever your situation is. I think all women that are moms know that feeling of, if I could just get a little bit of help today. Who's gonna go to the grocery store? Who's gonna do the laundry? Who's gonna take the kids to the birthday party? Who's gonna help with the homework? You know, it's a very layered job, and it's a constant routine. And just having that support. I have girlfriends who are moms where those moments where I'm like, okay, I just can't do another thing. I pick up and I call my girlfriend Daphne Wayans and I say, okay, do you know how I feel right now? I don't even have to say hello to her.
She gets it.
I can just go, my head is about to pop off.
And she just feels it.
And she goes, girl, I know, and then it's all right. That's all I need is a girl I know.
It's all right.
And it's all right. And that's what you see with these ladies, you know, those moments where they can actually bond together. And there's an unspoken understanding and need there, and that's what, so funny.
Yeah, I seen you this weekend at the Academy Awards. Yeah. Could you give any reflection on your feelings on this year's awards and the awardees, honorees, and everything?
Well, the only reason I went when they called and asked me to do it is because initially I'm like, you know, why go? I'm not nominated. I'm not, you know, it's not really my thing. But the reason I wanted to go this year is the 75th anniversary that Hattie McDaniel was nominated. Hattie McDaniel could not sit in the front of the theater. She sat in the back at a segregated table. So not only was I invited, but then to sit there with Sidney Poitier and Will Smith and Jamie Foxx and Gabourey Sidibe, sit among all of us as peers, I felt I owed it to her to be there. So I think that, you know, with Boone Isaacs being ahead of the Academy now, I think that the whole world has changed, and I'm very, very proud of the Academy just for opening its eyes to the diversity. And of course, I enjoyed it being there. It was wonderful.
And your speech was flawless.
Thank you.
I would have
appreciate
been
that.
so nervous.
Thank you. Yeah, I
Wasn't it
appreciate
so great?
It
It
was
was like
great.
I was
I
watching from
appreciate
Canada going, go Tyler.
Yeah, my hero. I love it.
I think we all cheer for you guys from behind the screen. Thank you for another project. Keep on bringing it to us. We'll keep on being fans.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.